Hey homies, welcome back to the channel. What's going on? How you guys doing? Future Jacynta here, refilming the intro because apparently my original intro was unsupported on Filmora. So I filmed from my bed again and I rearranged my bedroom. So we're gonna go check that out real quick. And please don't judge the mess. I promise it's an organized one. Okay, so originally my bed was like this way along this wall, so we've twisted that around. Originally this used to have like a bedside table and a mirror, and I've flipped that with where my desk used to sit. So yeah, lots more space, it feels a lot nicer, and we even added tinsel for a bit of a Christmas vibe, and I'm loving it, honestly. Okay, so on the note of Christmas, that is what today's look is going to be inspired by. So, as you know, Northern Hemisphere has a white Christmas, Southern Hemisphere has a bloody hot summer Christmas. That's what we're used to over here. We all complain about the heat every time it rolls around. So, ironically, I'm wearing a shirt that says chillin' with my snowmies, Northern Hemisphere sort of thing. But you guys are my homies, so for Christmas you're going to be my snowmies. Thanks Amber for sending me the link to this shirt. She found it at Cotton On. And ironically again, my favourite Christmas movie is The Polar Express, which is, again, Northern Hemisphere stuff. So every Christmas that is what we'd watch. On Christmas Eve with a bowl of spaghetti, waiting for the Santa on the fire truck to come around and give us lollies, or when we moved up here, icy poles. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to quickly do my base and we'll come back and jump into the eyes and the lips. So apparently today I am incapable of doing my brows. It doesn't really look like I did a lot to them and I hardcore struggled, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. So I primed my lids. We're going to first go in with Nikki Tutorials palette with Beauty Bay because I really wanted to use Amsterdam. And we will also be using M.I.A. These two colours, I saw this photo from the Polar Express and I was like, you know what, these two colours are perfect for this. You've got the wintry vibe, you've got the midnight sky in that wintry vibe, you've got the really rich red of Christmas, and then we're going to throw some gold in there, of course, because it's not Christmas without a bit of sparkle. So that's the plan, sort of. We're going to attempt to cut crease. I'm a bit nervous because this never works out well for me. It's never very crisp. But we're going to throw some of these in the crease. So, hoping that helps a little bit. Just going to go in with Basic Truth and sort of set that eyeshadow primer. Just so everything blends a little bit nicer. This is a tip I picked up from Kaylee Muha, the owner of Cash Beauty, who I never shut the hell up about whenever I'm talking about makeup, so I apologise that you guys have had to listen to me talk about her so much. Genuinely feel sort of bad for it. We're also going to use the shade Basic Truth to blend out Amsterdam, because the baby blue in this palette isn't quite the same sort of tone, if that makes any sense. So I'll show you what I mean. Then you go in with a relatively fluffy brush and a bit of the shade Amsterdam, just a little bit for now, and we're just right above and into, sort of into the crease, but mostly above it. Not want too much of it in the crease, just little by little. I would rather build this up than have a heap of product and be like, whoa, I have to blend this out now. So we're going to do that to both eyeballs so they're even, and sort of see the shape I'm trying to create. I'm just following my natural eye shape at this point, just because it's going to make my life a little bit easier, I think. I hope. So this is the sort of shape I am going for. I want to bring that down just a little bit more, and then we're going to build up the opacity of that. At the moment I'm doing my best not to go onto the crease or the lid, because then I don't really have to cut the crease. All I have to do is pack that red onto the lid and then create that golden line, hopefully. So we're trying to find cheap ways of doing a cut crease without actually having to cut the crease. Something like that, and then a little bit of basic truth, just to sort of buff those edges a little bit more. Basic truth is like a nude colour, so I figure that's going to help us blend it out a little. Something like that. I'm going to replicate the exact same thing on this eye, and then we'll jump into the red. Okay, this is a very strange look for me, because normally I bring it like closer onto the lid, but we're not doing that today. Just so you know how long it took me, it's probably, I think I listened to like 1.5 Taylor Swift songs in the space of doing this eye, so just take your time with it, slowly build it up, get it to a point you're happy with. This is what I'm chill with. So next I'm going to grab a packing brush, just like a medium to large sort of sized one. I want to be able to keep it really neat in here. So as long as I know the brush is going to fit there nicely, we are all sweet. So I'll show you the shade I was talking about. This is Basic Truth, and this is the shade we're going to go in with next. Hopefully this goes the way I want it to in my head. So you see what I mean? We're going to do a cut crease without cutting the crease, because it looks like a crisp line when my eyes are open. When they're shut, when they're, you know, stretched out, you can see that it's sort of blended, sort of not a very clean edge, but from here, you can't tell at all. And that is exactly what we're aiming for. So I'm just gonna carefully work my way through with this. Wow, this is gonna be bold. Why am I so nervous? The gold glitter is gonna be like the hardest part. I can keep my eyes in check. This eye feels like it's getting powder in it, even though it's not. I am mildly struggling with this, just because of that eye. See, that looks okay, but like the edges are bothering me, so I'm gonna try and fix that off a bit. We might even, instead of just putting the glitter here, we might bring it down into this weird sort of shape I've created by accident. Again, just really taking my time with this. That is the key to really any look, is just taking your time with it until you're happy. And not owning it if you make a mistake. Just change up the whole look if you have to. That is absolutely fine. There are no rules. They're somewhat different shapes. One's a little more rounded than the other, but that's okay. That is okay. Alright, cool. We are slowly getting somewhere. I want to get that right in my lashes, just so there's like no white spots. No skin sort of coloured pieces. Like over here. This is bothering me a little bit. Okay, cool. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm also going to put the blue... Oh, no. We're going to find a gold to go on the bottom lash line. Just so that like the gold brings everything together a bit. Alright, now I'm nervous. because I have to get these lines like really straight and I don't really know where to put them. Thinking we're going to put them straight in this bit where the two colours meet, but we're going to take it sort of up into the blue. If I can keep it straight, I think this is going to fit nicely. So this is just like a little lip brush. Doesn't really matter what you use each brush for. At the end of the day, they're all going to get washed. Unless it's like glue or something, obviously. Because I have this one brush designated to glue. I don't know why I thought that was important. Two different glitters. I think I'm going to go for the chunkier glitter. So this is from Cash Beauty. It's the eyeshadow topper in the shade Gold Dust. And the beautiful thing about these is that their applicators have, like, you see that little divot? That's a hole in the applicator. Applicator, so that you can pick up more product. And literally just stick your brush in there. Like, how cute is that? Alright. Let's pray for my not so skillful hands. Yikes. Oh. That's more on the red than the blue, but that's okay. You can just bring it up. My life's a mess. Sort of. Not so sure about that. This was a good idea in theory, maybe not in practice. You can sort of see it depending on the angle. Alright. I'm gonna keep playing with this. I think what I did wrong with this bit was I went in like too flat. I think it needed to be sort of skinnier. So we can try and fix that on the other eye. Just tapping that into that spot so that I can get the sort of thickness and precision I want. Freak me out, partly because I've got no eyelashes on or mascara. Look, it's not horrible. I don't completely hate it. I know it all in the name of practice. Alright, I'm gonna go and try and replicate this on the other side. It's reminding me of like Wonder Woman or something. I will I'll be back. This is currently what we're looking like. See what I mean? It's like, it's okay from like front on, but like... I really think the red needs just like a dusting of sparkles of some sort. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of, what is it? Aura. This sort of orangey glitter. Hope that we can just tap a little bit on and it will do what we want it to. That is not enough. Yeah, see, that's doing a little bit of something and that's all I need it to do. Oh my god, I picked up way too much. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Glitter fixes everything. There we go. This is obviously not one of my final looks, but again, practice. Because I really struggle with like all the in the crease things. So we'll just count this as practice for now. Alright, I'm gonna go in with Kaylee's Secret Treasure palette. I'm thinking we'll just throw a bit treasure or gemstone, probably gemstone, on the lower lash line. Just going to take like a little fluffy brush and we're just going to do our best to buff that under, because this is mostly glitter too. That is literally not doing anything. Alright. Just so it's the same on both sides. And then we might put a bit of rose glow under there instead. I love my life. Alright, so we've got rose glow. I'm nervous. Very nervous. And literally same brush, that way it can have that sort of bounced on effect. There you go, you can sort of see it now. Starting to think this wasn't my smartest idea, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. This is not going the way I wanted it to. It's fine. This is really thick though. I think this is part of the problem. So I should have gone in with a thinner brush and possibly even the rose glow glitter instead. Maybe we'll have to try it again. Sort of can't wait to get this onto my face, in all honesty. Alright, so we'll throw some mascara and some lashes on. Pray that that helps. Lashes sort of fixed it. Sort of. Next up is the lips. You could pair this with a nude lip, but because it's a bold look, we're gonna go for a red. Ironic, right? So we're gonna go in with the shade Blood Moon from Cash Beauty's Crystal Nights collection. And then back to the Secret Treasure collection, we're gonna go in with the Rose Nude Lip Liner, just because I feel like it's got more of the warm tones that you need for a red lip. So we'll see how we go with that. Let's hope I can get that right at least. Something like that in terms of lip liner. And then, of course, I would not shut it properly and end up doing this to the tip of it. Go me. I can never get over how good these smell, like ever. Genuinely makes me want to eat them. Something like that. And then we'll go back in with our trusty old NYX highlighter. The usual outside ones, because it's been a while. Throw a bit of that on. Still getting very much Wonder Woman vibes from these colours. I think the sort of colour we used in the crease is a little bit too cool toned, rather than like a yellowy sort of goldeny Christmas colour. It's more of a, I don't know, like a hard, I don't know. You sort of get what I'm trying to say, I'm sure. So yeah, this is my Polar Express inspired, Winter Christmas inspired makeup look. Hope you enjoyed the journey. Sorry it's a long video again. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a safe and happy week.